Mediterranean Europe is the land where the gospel first spread, but it was left untouched by subsequent revivals. In fact, the Great Reformation, brought about by Luther, Calvin, Zwingli, and others, spread across Northern Europe, America, and other nations, but it never crossed the Alps. As a result, Christianity in the Mediterranean was left a stagnant and formal religion that has no impact on people's hearts or minds. Mediterranean Europe is once again a missionary land. Moreover, with the advent of humanism, relativism, and other postmodern worldviews, Christianity has been seen as a religion with no real value to new generations. Most of the West has seen or experienced revival in the last 500 years, but not Mediterranean Europe. Napoli, Italy is one of the oldest cities in the world. It was founded around 800 BC when a group of Greek sailors established themselves in what is now known as Castel dell'Ovo. Napoli is the third largest city in Italy after Rome and Milan, and the city that most represents the Mediterranean spirit. Napoli is one of the most complex and interesting cities in Europe, a place of extremes and contradictions. It is home to the deadly Mount Vesuvius and the Mafia stronghold, as well as being the birthplace of pizza and espresso. Its splendid coasts and landscape were once the preferred vacation spots of emperors and kings. It is still known worldwide and frequented by the rich and famous of our day. It hosts the world's oldest state university, the University of Naples Federico II, founded in 1224 AD and known for training judges and lawmakers. Napoli is also known as an artistic city, whose beauty and warm climate have been the inspiration of many famous songs like O Sole Mio. It is the birthplace of many well-known Italian artists and songwriters. In 1787, when the famous writer Goethe visited Naples, he uttered "See Naples and die" in reference to its extreme beauty. Today, it is the 10th largest metropolis in Europe. Nearly 5 million people live in Napoli. It is surrounded by centuries-old threats and new economic crises, but somehow Napoli still overflows with generosity and warmth. The financial crisis of 2008 and the inability of man-made philosophies to provide real answers to the human quest for meaning have caused people to search for the truth and be open to the gospel. Napoli is a city that desperately needs the good news of the kingdom. On one hand, it is a beautiful, artistic, colorful, generous, and industrious city. On the other hand, it has been used and abused by politicians and mafia bosses, while at the same time suffering from chronic poverty, a high crime rate, prostitution, and a marginalization of the weak. Napoli has one of the highest rates of population density in Europe, which has increased in the last 10 years due to the immigration of Muslims from North Africa and the Chinese. Napoli could be compared to the city of Corinth in ancient Greece. It is a vital port and a crossroad of cultures and is now crying out for hope and good news.
Our vision is to see Neapolis Church become an Antioch-type church that prepares disciples and sends them in the surrounding areas and all the Mediterranean nations. We envision a church that engages culture to transform it, that prepares disciples to change the city, that serves the poor, the outcasts, the people that nobody cares for, and that is a witness of God's grace. Napolitans are a great people. They've been able to export pizza, pasta, coffee espresso all over the world. We believe by the grace of God they will be even more effective to spread the gospel all through the Mediterranean nations.
Napoli is a patchwork of 171 districts covering over 900 square miles. Most of the population lives in a seemingly endless maze of tall apartment buildings. The average income is 1,220 euros a month, or roughly $1,600 US. The average income is 1,220 euros a month, or roughly $1,600 US, which is not much considering that gasoline prices have risen to $10 a gallon and milk is around $10 a gallon as well. For people between the ages of 18 and 35, the unemployment rate in Napoli is over 40%, which is good news for the mafia. The number one industry for Italy in 2009 was not tourism, as one would imagine. It was mafia, to the tune of 100 billion euros. So how can a small church afford to conduct a major new outreach in such a city? We can't, but with your help, we can.
Italy is in need of spiritual awakening. The Protestant Reformation never touched this nation. It's never seen a born-again revival. The nation that first spread Christianity needs to hear the gospel once again. The church that once received a letter from the Apostle Paul saying, "I thank you all that your faith is known all over the world has now a dying faith and no real power. I've traveled many nations in different parts of the world, and every time I say I'm from Italy, people say mafia, not Christ. We are known for our artistic abilities, our cuisine, our business in fashion. And even though Italy is home of the largest Christian organization, Christianity is becoming transparent in our culture. Real Christian gospel base is less than 1% in our nation. Italy has become once again a land for mission. But it's not all bad news. What is God doing in Naples? What is He doing in Italy? Well, He's saving people. He's using frail human beings like us to bring the gospel, the good news, to the people that need it. People's lives have been changed. The gospel is transforming families, it's transforming lives, and it wants to penetrate the whole city. We started meeting since January this year, 2013, and we've already seen dozens and dozens of people's lives being changed and transformed by Jesus Christ's gospel. And we believe by the grace of God that not only Napoli, not only in Italy, but all the Mediterranean nations are going to see a revival they have never experienced yet.